Welcome to Main Idea Lesson number 2. Your handout should look like this. It is attached to the packet for finding main ideas and details. Before you complete this lesson, you should have completed Main Idea Lesson 1 so that you know what we're talking about. Here we go. Finding main ideas and details. Review what you have learned about main idea and details. The main idea is, do you remember what main idea is? You can write your own definition or the one that I'm about to write, which is, the main idea is what the passage is mostly about. The details are, do you remember what the details are? If you do, fill out a definition on the line below. If not, you can write the definition that I will write. I wrote, the details are facts and examples that tell more about the main idea. To find the main idea and details, you have to ask yourself, what is this passage mainly about? That's the main idea. You look for the details that answer questions like who, what, where, when, and why about the main idea. You can also read the title of a passage. The title can give you clues about the passage's main ideas. If your notes are complete, let's practice. The directions say, read the following passage. As you read, look for a sentence or sentences that tell you what the most important idea is. Underline details that give you more information about the main idea. Here's that passage. When you hear that a hurricane might be coming, what do? You might listen to weather reports. If you are a hurricane hunter, you hop in a plane. Then you fly straight into the storm. Hurricane hunters are pilots. They are in the Air Force Reserve. Their mission is to gather information about a storm. To do this, they fly into the hurricane's eye. Their equipment gives them facts about the force of the storm and where it is going. The hurricane hunters send those facts to the National Hurricane Center. The center tells the Weather Service. Thanks to the hurricane hunters, the weather reports you hear often come right from the eye of the storm. There wasn't a title here to give me a clue about the main idea, but I know that if I ask myself, what is this passage mainly about, I would say that this passage is mainly about hurricane hunters and their ability to find information about this storm. I'm going to use this graphic organizer to help me identify the main idea. So I first think about the details that tell me about the main idea. I see that this is already filled out for me, but I'm going to think through this whole process. First, I see that one of the details about hurricane hunters is that you hop in a plane and fly straight into a storm. That's one of the things that I learned that a hurricane hunter does. And remember, I said that a hurricane hunter is what this passage is mainly about. I've written that detail in this box. Hurricane hunters fly into hurricanes. I also see that the hurricane hunter's mission is to gather information about a storm. I've written that down in my second detail box. They get information about a storm. Make sure that you are underlining what I am underlining. Lastly, I learned that they send information about a hurricane center to the hurricane center. So here I see that it says that they send those facts to the National Hurricane Center. Now that I have these details about what a hurricane hunter does, I can determine the main idea. So I might decide that hurricane hunters help give us information about an upcoming hurricane. Right? So here I'll write, hurricane hunters help us learn more about hurricanes. Now I'm going to check it. Do all of these details support the main idea? So hurricane hunters help us learn more about hurricanes. They fly into hurricanes, gives me information about how they go and find out about the hurricanes. They get facts about the storm, gives me information about how they learn about the hurricanes. They send information to the Hurricane Center. All of these support the idea that hurricane hunters help us learn more about hurricanes. Now we're ready to move on to the back of this assignment. Here we will use what we learned. Let's read the directions. Read the passage. Then, answer the questions about the main idea and details. On a separate sheet of paper, make a graphic organizer to organize your thoughts. You don't necessarily need to do this on a separate piece of paper. You can do it right here, right? So we'll say main idea, and then we're going to link this to 3 details. Detail, a second detail, and a third detail. Make sure that you have a graphic organizer on your page or included with your packet. Now let's read the passage since we're ready to go. In 2009, 11 racers swam from Canada to the Caribbean. Backspacer, the winner, started in the cold water near Canada. Her goal was 2,602 miles away. There, she would lay her eggs on a warm beach. Like all the racers, Backspacer is a leatherback sea turtle. Leatherbacks are the largest turtles on Earth. They are also in trouble. Fishing nets trap them. People steal their eggs. Scientists wanted to raise awareness of the turtles. They also wanted to learn more about the turtles. So they started the Great Turtle Race. Before they race, the turtles are fitted with small tags. The tags transmit information about the turtles' location and the routes the turtles take on the race. Computer maps show the turtles' progress. People around the world can follow the race. They cheer the turtles on. Scientists hope the race will help these turtles in trouble. Go ahead now. See if you can determine the main idea and supporting details of this passage. Start by thinking about what is this passage mostly about. Then, find 3 details that support what the passage is mostly about. Lastly, fill in the main idea for this whole passage. Go ahead and work on that now and resume when you're ready. Now that you've completed your graphic organizer and highlighted some of the important details in this passage, you can answer these 3 questions. These should be completed in complete sentences. I'll write that reminder here. In complete sentences. Number 1, what is the most important idea in the second paragraph? Number 2, what details describe how scientists and others learn about the racing turtles? Number 3, what is the main idea of this passage? This one should be easy because you've already completed it here in this chart. Go ahead and answer those 3 questions. Congratulations! You're done with Lesson 2. Go ahead and return to your tracker and track off that you have now completed Main Idea Lesson 2. You are ready to take your quiz for this topic. Go ahead and find that quiz in your packet and complete it by hand. When you're ready, you can return to the computer and click on the link that says Quiz to enter your answers. If you score 5 or more questions correctly, then you may move on to the next topic. If you have scored less than 5, then you should do Lesson 3 for Main Idea in order to get credit for this topic. Great job today. Keep up the great work.